Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the first issue of the Image Comics Transformers series. Now, as you know, after Transformers and G.I. Joe were basically removed from IDW, we see now that, Image Comics that had done Invincible, as well as Omni-Man and other stuff, have now been given to Image Comics. And I think it's an interesting idea doing a different take on the sort of Transformers series. And let's get on with the story. The story starts off, having an introduction to the Vietnam War, and as well as to the space shuttle disaster that happened in the 1980s and 70s. So in this continuity, Spike is supposed to be a young kid, and Sparkplug is supposed to be a bit more of this washed out drunk. And we see Spike saying, I've been looking all over for you, Dad. Geez, Spike, don't scare me like that. How long have you been here? Right errands. Not long. And we do kind of see how, Spike's brother Jimmy tragically died in the space shuttle disaster. And we see how, after everything that's happened to Sparkplug, we see that he's been drowning his swallows in alcohol. And we do kind of see how, Spike's co-worker Davy's come to pick him up. And we do see him trying to be a friend to Sparkplug, despite it not going to work. And, we even do kind of see how Spike pretty much knows that it's going to be a while before his dad kind of opens up to him. And we are introduced to Carly, who's going to be that female friend you had from the 80s who was into the fantasy stuff. And we see Spike and Carly meeting up with each other and going up to where him and Jimmy used to go to sort of remember how they used to look at the stars. And we do see how that, Spike wants to be an astronaut, but we know it's going to be a while before his dad kind of opens up to him. And we do see how an earthquake happens. They both fall in and see, basically to their shock, that they're now near where the Ark is. As soon as they go in, they find the bodies of all of the sort of damaged Transformers, like Prowl, Wheeljack, also Soundwave, Skywarp, as well as Starscream. And we do kind of see how Carly says, "Over there, it might be a way out. Carly, wait!" And we do kind of see how, Jetfire comes in, and we do kind of see how he uses his sort of technology to scan Earth's vehicles, and turns out he caused the earthquake. And the first one to be reconstructed is Starscream, with Jetfire saying, "Starscream, my old friend, I have not seen you for centuries." And we do kind of see how Starscream says, "Jetfire, congrats, thank you for waking me. I'm glad to find you picked the right side." And of course, that blasts Bumblebee. And we see how that due to Jetfire not knowing about the war and about the Decepticons and Autobots, he sees to his shock and dismay that his friend's now become a cold-blooded tyrant, and says, "Exactly!" and blasts Jetfire. And we see Starscream saying, "I'm surprised at you, Jetfire, showing weakness. What a waste!" Starscream, "No, this is not what I wanted. Trust me when I say this making is a sign of true evil. You must be vigilant in wiping them out." And we do kind of see Optimus showing up saying, "Never." And we do kind of see him saying, "Shooting beams, well, they lay helpless, Starscream. I thought you were a warrior. Unlike you, Optimus Prime, I do whatever it takes." And we do kind of see how, they both duke it out. And we do kind of see how Optimus learns about the beings on Earth. And of course, we kind of see how, Ratchet also comes back online. And we see how, basically, they have to kind of take cover as soon as Skywarp comes back online. And turns out Talatang 1 is randomly reconstructing other warriors, so of course brings in Soundwave to give them an even number. So we kind of see how Optimus realizes since he's been turned to a truck, there must be a trailer close by. So of course, he uses his gun, and just as Soundwave gets reconstructed, prevents Optimus from doing so. And as soon as Ratchet's loading up all of the remains of their friends, we kind of see how Optimus sees to his shock and horror Bumblebee's been blasted, and says, "No, oh no, look at this fool moaning over the weakest of them all. Soundwave, help me!" Ravage, activate. And of course, we see just as Optimus tries to get to his gun, we see how Spike and Carly decide to kind of help Optimus out. So in doing so, blasts Ravage, just as Skywarp tries to hit basically Optimus. We see how, Thundercracker and Reflector are just about to come back online. We see how Optimus blasts Taratran 1, and Starscream, to his horror, that they can't really reactivate anyone else. And of course, Optimus heading out in an awesome fashion. We see how they try to blast basically Optimus and Ratchet. They mainly get out from the Ark, and basically with Ratchet and Optimus finding a way to kind of avoid the sort of Seekers. And we kind of see how Jetfire decides to help to rectify his mistake. And we see Ratchet saying, "We've got to find cover. We can't take another hit like that." So of course, we see how Jetfire tries to blast down Starscream, but Starscream blasts down Jetfire, and we see how, due to Skywarp having low Energon reserves, they have to fall back, much to Starscream's dismay. And we see how they make it down to the old quarry, and we see how Optimus talks with Jetfire, and Jetfire having no idea about everything that happened, but Optimus reassuring him what happened wasn't his fault. And we see how Starscream learns to his dismay that Terratron 1's been badly defeated, destroyed. They have to find materials to repair it, so they can bring back their other warriors. And due to Starscream having the high Energon reserves, he's the only one who can set out to kind of get the materials. And we see how at a power plant, Davey tries to open up the spark plug, but we kind of see how, he doesn't want to talk about anything that happened to him, despite Davey's good intentions. And we see how Starscream tries to wreck up the power plant. Davey tries to escape and says, "What's this now? Are you the creatures that live in this place?" And we kind of see how, squeezes him tightly and basically kills Davey. And this is the story. So I think the first issue of the Image Comics Transformers story isn't too bad. I think there's a little bit of elements of Prime, where due to the war, there's only going to be a good portion of what characters there are. We're going to have Spike and Carly as young kids. We're going to have a story set in the 1980s, having this 1980s nostalgia hitting back to when Transformers started out. But I think it's not too bad. It's a good introduction, a new take, but doing something completely different. So I think it still deserves a thumbs in the middle. Not a bad start, but being a bit more different, and something I would see for a new Transformers take. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.